This is Getbackseason, baby.
You know what? I think this is the... I've never seen this colorway of lambins, you know.
Nah, they're sick. But one thing I realized with Anderson, yeah, you always come with some different type drip, bro. Like you layer it different.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like when obviously did fashion and obviously did my clothing.
Yeah.
I just like to be different in it. Mm-hmm. So I don't really like try and impress anyone.
Yeah.
I just wear what I want to wear. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I kind of get it from. And obviously I'm African as well. So in terms of colors, I just like bare colors.
Where are you originally from?
Angola.
Yeah, nah, that's sick.
So you don't usually see British people dressed like this. It's more in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's hard to see people dressed like this. This is France or something like that.
Yeah, obviously I got French in my family as well. Got family in France, but you know what? I just like colors. I like to mix and match. So, for example, I went on holiday.
Yeah.
I went on holiday 2 weeks ago, and I brought loads of things in it, and I just put it into the suitcase. I never had I'm gonna wear this or I'm gonna wear that. I literally open the suitcase. Okay, I'm gonna wear this, that, and then it just comes out drippy. Do you get me?
Yeah. Nah, that's sick. Not everyone could do that, you know. Some people are paid stylists in order to put one or twos together.
I might have to be a stylist.
Nah, who knows? Maybe that could be your next. But you know what? Before we get further into it, it's Get Back season. I believe we're episode 4 now? Or episode 3?
I think so, 4 or 3.
Episode 4 or 3, whichever one. Back again with another installment, and today we got a special guest for you guys. Do you want to introduce yourself, my brother?
Yeah, so I'm Anderson from Birmingham, and I'm a trader, investor, and business owner.
Nah, that's sick. That's sick.
It sounds like a lot. How old are you?
Me, I'm 26.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I always forget, because after 25 I stopped counting, but that was literally last year. So, but yeah, I'm 27 this year. So yeah.
How's the 20? Well, going to touch 27. How's that treating you so far?
You know what? You start to feel like you're old. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'm young.
Yeah.
So I look at myself thinking, 27. I wanted to be here, but I'm not there yet. So it's still kind of it's weird, man. You feel old, but you're not old. You still got a lot of years to
Yeah, that makes sense.
get to where you need to go. Do you know what I mean? So it's that stage where you're I need to go harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense, because I always tell Richard this thing. It's yo, bro, chill. You have time. Don't worry about it. You don't really feel like you have time.
Nah, you don't have time. I'm 23 innit? But ask Thomas how I move. I feel like I'm 30 because I'll be going for it I need to get this. I need to make sure I'm here. Yeah. And then even the people around me, they're yo, not slow down, but they're appreciate what you've got so far. Still go, but they're don't put so much pressure on yourself, if that makes sense.
Bro, for me, my advice to anyone is your 20s, you need to go ham.
Yeah.
You got me? Time flies, man. I remember when I was 21, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So when you're young, 20, even when you're younger in it, start your graft younger, but when you're 20 to 30, that's when you have to, do you know what I mean? Obviously, you're going to have time where you, obviously family, this, that, but you have to graft them years, man.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what, I'll ask you a question, because we're just talking about it recently, just before this podcast was going to start. So you said, you have to graft. Obviously, you have family. From what I get from it, you'd rather put your grind in front of certain things, even say a relationship or family or something like that.
You know what, I'd say just grind, but this is coming from experience in it. I was in a long-term relationship for many years, from when I was younger, and that slowed me down, I'll be honest. Right. But it didn't slow me down in a way where it's I was super slow, but it was a thing where okay, I'm moving away from home, so I'm working on a business, I'm getting customers, this and that, and my girlfriend's living in Birmingham. Okay, I need to see you this weekend. That's what I'm getting. I need to see you this weekend. I need to see you in 2 weeks. What's going on? You don't care about me, and I'm I care. I'm grafting so that me, you, the fam, everyone's good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Just sorry for interrupting you. How would you express this concept, the fact that you want to graft for a better life for her as well?
bro, I honestly feel like you have to be on the same path. You get me? Or the person that you're with has to really understand and love you, like even if you don't ever make it, you get me? But you need that person that's gonna be like, I'm there with you 100, even if you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's the best way to kind of put it, because I remember like working, grafting. Don't get me wrong, I made it, but I'm doing well for myself now. Do you know what I'm saying? So back then I was like on the graft. I'm like, it's gonna come. Just be patient. Get me? And then I think something just happened where it's like, yo, you need to go and get a job. I'm like, I'm not going to get a job. You must be crazy. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, you know, I've been put on this earth to do great things. Like, I'm not just gonna go and do a 9 to 5. Do you know what I mean?
Not wrong with a 9 to 5.
Not like I was just gonna say. There's nothing wrong to a 9 to 5, but that's just not my craft. Do you get me? I know I can do more in this world. So, but like going back to what I was saying is like, if you're with someone, they just have to understand the grind, that it might not come tomorrow, it might not come in 5 years, it might not come in 10 years, but when you leave that person, the next year they're blown. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, like, it's funny how it works, you know. But like, yeah, you just have to stick with the person, man. Even if it's a woman as well, like, and you're a man, like, you know, you have to support them, man.
I feel like this is quite important because a lot of people don't understand, yeah? As you said, that your 20s, get into your 30s, because obviously I'm 28 in 6 days or whatever. So you start thinking like, whoa, what have I done?
Yeah.
Because for me, yeah, I came from Italy.
Okay.
I graduated this year, and I want to do more, but I feel like I've not done anything. So then I stress myself because I put a lot of pressure on myself. It's quite interesting to hear someone as well, like, emphasize it and tell the importance that you have to do something.
Bro, the thing is, yeah, I feel like I haven't done anything. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you walked in, yeah?
He's chatting so much.
Vince.
He's chatting so much because
You walked in dripping. No one can tell you shit, bro.
walking in drippy, and two, he's from the inside, because obviously you're the one that's doing all the stuff that you're doing. Sometimes it's hard to see your success, where luckily for me, we went to the same school.
Yeah.
But even though we weren't in the same year, like I think when I was in like year 7, I think you were in like year 10 or whatnot. But I was always lucky enough where I used to chill with all the guys in your year or just the year below. So from an outsider, I've managed to see Anderson from, which we'll get into, starting clothing line from when you were like, I think it was like, was it 15 or 16
like
or something like that?
14.
14. And I was able to see that. And then he went on to open other businesses and flourish within them. So for me, from an outsider's perspective, even though obviously you have a lot more plans of where you want to get to and a lot more growth left, but from an outsider, I'm looking at it like, raw, like, you know that meme where he's like, this guy don't miss. Like, you have, to me, from an outsider, it's just like, you haven't been missing. Like, regardless, once you start something, it's like, I'll see you put your effort, put your graft into one thing, you're grafting it, and it's like, boom, a month or 2 months later, it's like, okay, I'm going to open another thing, if that makes sense. But going from that then, touching on, could you explain what your first business was?
My first business was a clothing brand.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like, I always wanted to do clothing in it, like, because growing up I never had clothes. Do you know what I mean? I used to see my friends, they had money at a young age because they played football. Do you know what I mean? So they had nice stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, like, I can't be just dealing with hand-me-downs and whatever. Let me create a brand where I can wear clean clothes.
Yeah.
And it's my clothes. Do you know what I mean? So I created something called Dream Chasers. It's like Dreams Clothing, and all I did at the time, because I was just thinking, how can I make money? Okay, I like clothes. Okay, cool. Let me create a design that's gonna be, you know, nice. So I created a logo on Photoshop, and it was basically a D with someone running. So Dream Chasing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did that, and what I used to do is I used to go Primark, I used to go to Matalan, and I used to literally buy tracksuits from there because I didn't know where to source them from. And like, I don't have money, so I need to, for example, this is the best way to explain it. So let's say with £10, right? I'll go to Primark and I'll buy like £4 bottoms, and then £4 top, and then I'll go straight to the printing shop. I finessed it. I said, "Yo, give me a deal. Like, how much can you do to print logo here and here?" And the geezer was like, he said something like £4.50. I said, "Yo, listen, I'm gonna keep coming back to you. I need it for £2. Do you get me?" So managed to do it, and then so that one tracksuit that I've just spent £10, I'll sell it for £45.
That was mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? So after I did like one, I was like, okay, cool, people like it, because basically I'd promote it as like I had more, but I only really had like one or two. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Printing on demand.
yeah, printing on demand basically. So once like one color started popping, like then I think I started with grey. Then I thought, okay, cool, let me do a black one, let me do a green one, let me do a red one, and they was just flying. People was just like shouting me saying, "Yo, I want that." I remember coming to town on a bus to link someone to give him the tracksuit. Do you know what I'm saying? And give me £40, say, "Oh, this is lit." One of my friends brought like 3 at the time, and I was just literally like making money. Then what it was like, the reason why I stopped that, because it wasn't, you know, time efficient. I have to go here, go here, go here. So what I thought was like, okay, it's not the right quality that I want. So I want to be doing quality clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? So I ended up stopping that. People, like, after I stopped it, people was like, "Yo, where's the Dreams clothing tracksuit?"
I'm a part of those people. The amount of messages that I used to be like, "Yo, where can I get a hoodie from?"
Yeah, honestly, like people used to always say that, and then that just died down, and then I started my Varjo clothing. So and that was going really well. It's more high end now, more quality, and this is the hat
That's
I'm
the
wearing
hat as well. Okay,
fair enough.
So
That's it.
got more Varjo on the back.
Let's say the strap is nice as well.
Yeah,
Yes, it's different.
Yeah, so I just wanted more high-end things, really. But then it's a catch-22, because it's like, right, you've made a little bit of money, right? Now you put it into this clothing. Now, the jump's big in terms of, now I've got to speak to suppliers, manufacturers and stuff. Now, I'm spending £2,000 on tracksuits that I probably don't know if they're going to sell that well.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So now I got to a point where I was doing really well. I was buying hats, tops, and people was just liking.
Where were you sourcing it from?
What you say?
Where were you sourcing the materials from?
So sourcing the materials from like China, Italy, India, Pakistan. Like I just did loads of research on it, and the thing is trial and error in what works, who's gonna give me the best price and all that stuff. But long story cut short, like I got to a point where like I was selling the clothes, but it's like I explained before to Richie that, you know, as black people, black young men, we don't know how to manage money.
Yeah, it's
You
hard.
know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
We ain't taught that. So the money that I made in clothing, I was just boom, whatever. Like I was living nice, bro.
Yeah, probably if you see it coming, you're thinking, yeah, let me spend it. I'll
That's
sell
at,
something else.
at a young age. Like, how old were you when you were getting, let's just say, like decent amount
I was
of money?
probably like 16, 17. Like the money was just rolling in. I just thought, I just never gonna.
Yeah, 17 is quite normal, honestly.
Do you know what I mean? So I remember bringing out, I brought out a product, and like it was like launch, and I was like getting really anxious before the launch. Not that I didn't think it was gonna sell, but it's more like, you know, like that anxious, like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I was at uni at this time, right? So this is a few more years later. I was at uni, dropped this product, and honestly, like I was sat down, all I was hearing is
Was it Shopify?
Just sales.
That sound is beautiful.
Shopify, yeah.
Honestly, the whole day was just going, and then I was like, yeah, that's nice feeling. But then I just went out, do you know what I mean, and spent a lot of the money.
Okay, fair enough.
You get me? And I'm not in one go, but over time, do you know what I mean? So that's why I was saying, like, managing money. Like,
especially in your case, not all the money is yours, because the suppliers' money as well in there.
no, but I've already did that though.
Everything was already
I
paid.
already paid the suppliers. I've already got the product.
Okay.
Get me? So
Pay
now
the plug. You didn't have to pay for the re-up.
yeah, I already did that. So now it's like more, okay, I need to make what I've spent.
Yeah.
Which obviously that's already done.
Yeah.
And now it's just profits. Do you know what I mean? But it was like, I seen it as like, oh, I've lost that money already that I've just spent on buying the tracksuits and buying this and buying that. Now it's just profits. That's how I was seeing it at the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it took me a while to kind of reflect and understand and be like, okay, cool. I've got an accountant, right? Because like tax and revenue, all these people, H and revenue, come to you and they're like, yo,
Pay up.
hey, what's going on? So now I've got an accountant, and my accountant's telling me, yo, you made this. Why ain't there much left? What's going on? And then that's when I was like, okay, like I can't just be spending money like this and whatever. But then it got to a stage where I'm like, okay, cool. I need to make sure that the clothing is high quality. So like at that time as well, like I started a new business, a vehicle wrapping business.
Okay.
And I was spending so much time there that I didn't even have no time for my clothing. So I stopped my clothing because I was like, I can't give the time that he needs and I can't give it the quality that he needs right now because you need cash flow. You need cash to put in for you to get a decent high end, you know, exactly like what I want. So for example, I want to bring products that's like, you know, you keep in the box. You know what I mean? You don't want to dash the box away. You're like, yo, that box is so lit that I'm keeping.
It's like if you buy, like, let's just say something for Louis Vuitton. The box itself, the ribbon, the card that they put, the like the dust bag and everything. It's you don't even want to. You see many people, they keep the box.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
even if they don't use it, they keep the box.
Bro, I swear down here, I keep my Selfridges bags, bro. and that's not even just like, you know, it's because it's nice. I like the fact that, okay, I went and bought this, and the bag's just it represents something in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
The branding as well.
It's good
like
branding.
It's a status symbol as well. Like people like to walk around just with a Selfridge bag, even if there's nothing inside of it.
Yeah, no, facts. But the thing is, I think the reason why I like to keep it, obviously, it's gonna get too much. So I gotta dash them away. But it's a thing where like I didn't come from that. Do you know what I mean? So when I wake up and I see that, I'm like, oh, cool, we got to go again. We got to keep grafting. So these little things are things that just keep me going. Not that, like, okay, going and spending money, like, is motivating. Like, that's not that. It's just the fact that I was able to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
And are you, like, firstborn as well? Like, where your parents, like, first came over to this country and whatnot?
Yeah.
So I can relate with you because, obviously, I'm the firstborn from my parents. So when we first came over from Jamaica, to me, I'm the oldest one. So for me, and they were young as well, so they're just figuring out life. So I'm watching them figuring out life. So I was like, coming from that, it's like, as you see their struggle, you're in your head, you want to do everything to not go there. If that makes sense.
Facts, big facts.
And that, for us, or for me in itself, like, that acts as the motivation, because it's like, once you start winning or you hit one achievement, it's like, okay, I can do it. You realize it's achievable, and then you just keep smashing it out, smashing it out.
100%, man. And like the thing is, like, me growing up, like I said, I didn't have them things. Do you know what I mean? So and I wanted to have them things, and honestly, you know, it's not amazing to get these things, but it's the fact that you can do it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like about it. You know, so all the things that I buy, like, for example, for me, right, I've always said I'm not really the one to be buying designer left, right, center. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you get to a point where it's like, okay, oh wow, I just spent £800 on these trainers or one thing, and it's like, it just gets you to that next level. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're thinking, okay, if I can do that, I need to keep grafting more so that I can do that more often. Not that you're just going to just be dashing things, but it's more the fact that, okay, I want nice things. I like nice things. Do you know what I mean?
So if I ask you, what do you grind for? What would you say?
I grind for my family. I grind for my mom, my dad, my brother, my daughter. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to retire them. And, you know, I want my kids and my kids' kids to be calm.
Fair enough, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I grind, man. And I had this conversation, I don't know, obviously she ain't going to watch this, but let's just say she did, like, I hope he's calm.
Yeah.
But I had a conversation with my my daughter's mom, and like it was a conversation on like, you know, you don't want me, like I don't want her in it. Like you wanna graft, you wanna make this money and whatever, and you don't really care about being in a relationship with me.
I can relate so much to what you're saying.
And I was like, I had to deep it, you know. Like I said, you know, if that's the case, it is what it is. Because I've been put on here to do something. Do you know what I mean? If that means I have no friends, I have no girlfriend, I don't have this, calm, so be it. I'm grateful to have a daughter now. Do you get me? I've got a little kid, like, and it's the best feeling in the world, as much as it's hard. So right now, I just need to graft. Like, I can't just be, you know, like, maybe in the future, yeah. But like I said, goes back to, like, what we were talking about earlier. In your 20s, you want to graft because you don't have them, okay, I need a girl, or I need this, or I need that. Like, you don't have that worries, or I'm paying crazy bills. A lot of people are probably living at home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so them the times to be grinding.
Nice.
Bro, let me ask you this though. How do you deal with the loneliness of it then?
Bro, you know what, yeah?
Take flights.
That's one.
Yeah, but don't you take someone with you? Don't you go with someone when you take flights?
I'll probably go with my business partner.
Okay, fair
Do
enough.
you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I can deal with loneliness.
Okay.
And that comes through experience. You know what I mean? So, like, when I was doing my vehicle wrapping business, I was working literally Monday to Sunday non-stop.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a break. I remember the year of 2019, I had one day off. And that's because my girlfriend at the time said, like, it's your birthday, I'm taking you somewhere, you need to take it off. And I worked in the morning, and then we went, and then I was back the next day. But like, so basically, when it came to my vehicle wrapping business, right, I did it with someone, and then they had to leave the business, right? And then it was just me.
Wait one second. Before you introduce the business here, why did you choose wrapping over clothing?
I didn't choose wrapping over clothing. What I saw was opportunity.
Okay.
So
How did you enter that space, like, of the rapping?
Yeah, so funny enough, like, back in the days, right? So it's one of these things, right? Like, it's hard to explain, but things happen in your life where you're like, okay, cool, whatever. But then years later, you're like, oh, snap, like, I thought about this, or I thought, like, I did this, and did a research on this. So back in the days, right, I looked at vehicle wrapping only because, like, I saw Yanamais and all the nice cars and all wrapped and stuff. So I visualized that I wanted a Mercedes CLA, and I wanted it wrapped grey. So I did all the, like, due diligence and stuff. I looked how much it's worth, like how much you need to pay for a wrap, like everything about it. So I already knew how much the price should be, like the cost of everything. So then I got the car in 2019.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah, so I got the car in 2019, and I was at uni as well.
In a uni with a CLA.
It came with a lot of problems, bro. I'll be honest, bro. But more hate. I was getting tickets on my car every single week. Like, people can actually tell you. Like, people came to me. I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I don't even care anymore. People started coming to me and say, like, that they hate you. They hate you. Like, you're young, you're at uni, and you drive a better car than them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
just
the people
like that.
hated me, bro. Like, I went in and had a discussion with this woman that put a ticket on my car. Bearing in mind, there was a car next to it that also never had a ticket. But it was weird, man. So I went to the woman. I was like, yo, listen, I feel like you're being extremely racist, right? And plus, Gloucester is not really a black ends, right? There's a lot of, you know,
Gloucester,
it's not multicultural. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, isn't that like country?
It's like a little bit of country, yeah. It's like there's a lot of farmers there and stuff. It's a sick place. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like it there because it's pretty chill. There's not really much going on. But I went there. I said, listen, I feel like you're being really racist. Like, every single week, I'm getting a ticket on my car. And bro, this ticket ain't just a ticket like the slap on. you have to use hot water.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're on about.
You get me? And I'm thinking, nah, I can't keep doing this every week. I said, nah, it's not fair. Like this, there's a car next to me and I never had a ticket, and you put a ticket on mine, but the woman started being like, you know, rude to me, like boom, boom, boom. And then I had to leave in the end. But my lecturer was basically telling me like, yo, they don't like you, man. Like you're young and you know you got big dreams and you're doing this, so you know like whether it's here or somewhere else, you're always gonna get it.
Happen.
So I just thought, you know what, it is what it is. But going back to what I was saying, so already thought about, you know, having my car wrapped and grey and stuff. So when I was at uni, right, I was driving a CLA. There's someone that I met who's a business partner who's like he's got like a pizza shop.
Okay.
So I always have this mindset where like I just need to keep doing more and more and more. So I was literally, my clothing was I was selling clothes. I was at uni and then I started delivering pizza.
Okay.
In a CLA.
Really?
Bro,
imagine that.
People was looking at me like, what? Like, you have a better car than me and you're delivering pizzas, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, I'll knock the door and they were like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like, this don't make no sense. But yeah, so the guy, the business owner, had his car wrapped the same colour that I wanted it wrapped. So I spoke to him and said, yo, bro, where'd you get your car wrapped and stuff? He's like, oh, I know a guy, like, he lives literally down the road, like. So I was like, I can say no more, cool. So I went and met this guy, and then I was like, okay, how much to wrap my CLA? And he was like, I'll charge it for like 700.
That's cheap.
I was like,
flipping.
It's too much.
That's cheap.
No,
you know how
no.
much it is to wrap a car, G?
No. How much?
Bro.
it's like 1,500 plus.
Onwards.
Oh, really?
onwards.
Yeah. Like, just to put it into perspective, the most expensive car I've wrapped, the most expensive wrap that I've done has been 5.5.
That's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? And that was a mirror chrome on an R8. You get me?
I think I saw where you did that, but go on. With the rapping. With the
okay.
story. I think I saw where you saw the opportunity.
Yeah, so this is what happened. So obviously, because I already knew the prices of it, I'm thinking, okay, my car should be costing at least 1,700. Why are you charging me 700? It didn't make no sense. So then he explained that he was going through a rough time. Like he just left a wrapping company, like somewhere like far away that he used to travel. And like it just didn't make sense, and obviously he needs to make money, and he's just literally chopping prices in half. So I say no more, cool. But then I saw the opportunity. I was like, look, you know how to wrap cars. I know so many people, like VIP people, footballers, YouTubers, all of this. So let's just work together and then do something. Do you get me?
That's actually genius, you know.
And it worked, bro.
That's
It literally worked. So we grafted a little bit in the back. Basically, he was wrapping cars in the back of his shed, innit? And he created this wrap shack. And trust me, it was sick the way he did it. And what I saw opportunity, but I saw also like, I can help this person out as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really need to go and do that. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I still had my clothing. I still had loads of ideas. But I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. And we ended up opening up a shop, and you know the first car we wrapped was a R8.
Okay.
My friend's R8. He's a footballer. That created a little bit of a buzz. Then we wrapped my friend's GLA, who's a YouTuber, big YouTuber, that created an extra buzz. And then from then on, it's just like boom, like, you know. And there was nothing, like no vehicle wrapping shop around that area.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
And people love cars and. And modifications and all these things. So then that's when obviously starting to get busy. You know what I'm saying? So now we're really busy. And I remember like at the time, right, I was like slowing down with my clothing. And I think a month went past. Obviously we didn't get paid in it. So we did not enough, like we did to pay the rent and whatever, but just weren't enough for like all of us to get paid. So the following month is like, yo, we're getting paid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then from then on, it was just like boom, boom, boom. Just the growth of it was crazy. But that's where I saw the opportunity. And then my clothing literally, you know, I couldn't give that much time, and I needed to make more income in order to make the brand that I really want to make. Like I've said, like now, there's gonna be a time where I just focus on my clothing, and I'm gonna bring something sick. Get me? Because people still ask me about my clothing. You know, they want me to start bringing products and stuff.
Was it like a high-end aesthetic, yeah?
So it started slow. Like obviously, it was £20 a hat,
Yeah.
£20 hat, £20 a top. Then I started building it and building and building it. And now like these hats like £80.
Okay, yes, it's high-end.
You know, high end. But like I want to go to the extreme, like because I know I can. Do you know what I mean? I have
Sky's the
so
limit.
much. I have so much like ideas, and like I just want to be. I'm creative in it, so I want to be able to do something. Not that I want to sell a top for like £500 just to make money. It's not that. It's more like I want to see how high I can go. Do you know what I mean? Like we talk about like LV and Off-White and all these. Like why their price is so high? It's not that it's so high, but why their price is high?
Branding.
Do you get me?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
branding and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And they've believed that they want to make something
Yeah,
high
yeah.
end. So that's what I want to do.
Branding and hype. Plus, if you've got the connection and you know a lot of people, you can make it work. at the
Yeah,
end of the day.
100%. 100%.
Stand.
So what makes you like all of these, like the growth and the different stages that you're talking about, like what makes you push harder? Like I know like you've touched on a step, like in the sense of once you achieve something, like why kind of stop there, let's see how far you can get it. But I feel like when people especially want to, let's just say, enter that entrepreneurial type lifestyle and career, some people, they may say, oh yeah, you need to be motivated, or it's motivation that keeps them going. Some people say that it's the discipline that keeps them going. What kind of keeps you like going, other from like family and whatnot, but what kind of gets you out of bed and you say, you know what, today I'm gonna have to hit it hard today?
Bro, I just remember like I get times in my life where I get these flashbacks, man, like, and it's like yesterday, not like yesterday, but like it's just like yesterday, like
Yeah.
something happened. Like I remember being at home, like, you know, when I was younger, no money, like parents are working hard, like, you know, you just have to keep going, man. It's hard to explain like the feeling that I have in me. Like I have a mad feeling, and I feel like I'm the person that needs to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm so different to my brother. I'm so different to my sister, even though they're a bit younger than me. Like I'm different to my mom. I'm different to my dad. Like my mom has this, like I can see what I have in it, but like from her, she's like business minded, but she's just never had the opportunity to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
to
she moved to a
showcase it.
different country and whatever. But I remember one time she told me like in Africa she used to literally go to the markets and sell things and all of them things like. But me, it's just that I want to do so well for my family, and it's literally that. And now I've got a daughter, it gives me an extra push to just keep going. And also, like, you can't just rest, man. You can lose it all tomorrow. Do
True.
you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
You can lose it all tomorrow, like, you know, and you have to. You might get to a point where you're like, okay, cool. I'm getting residual income here. This business is doing well. This is like, and then you might be able to chill. But until we get to that point, like, there's no chilling, man. I'll be honest.
What type of people are you around usually?
Because they do say like your group or your friendship group is very important, if that makes
Nah,
sense.
for sure. I'll be honest. I'll just be myself.
Just yourself.
Yeah. I'm that type of person that, you know, I will like think about so many things in once. So I don't need to be around people for me to be like, all right, cool. Because I'm with you, I'm gonna be like this. Or I already know in my mind like what I am. So I don't need people. But like I have one of my friends who's obviously is my business partner. I'm with him a lot. Do you know what I mean? Only recently, like obviously maybe a year ago, I've been with him. But he has the same mindset, so it kind of works. But he's the same with me, you know. Like I don't need to be with him, or he don't need to be influenced by me, or vice versa. He's at home now grafting. Do you know what I mean? He's on a computer doing designs, doing whatever to see where the next steps, like what to do with the next steps. So, but like it is true. Like the people that you surround yourself with, like, you know, you're gonna be like them.
Yeah, fair
Do you know
enough.
what I mean?
I was asking because Richie told me they used to play football, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, you know a lot of footballers.
Yeah.
Some of them made it.
Yeah.
Some of them obviously live a lavish lifestyle and
Mad
have
life.
crazy money. Yeah.
Yeah, mad.
If you're around them, because that's personally how I feel. I feel like if you're around people, if you're around someone, and they do extremely well, sometimes you feel the pressure. Like, yo, what am I doing?
You will feel the pressure, but you know what it is, yeah? I always feel like everyone's got their time.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, funny enough, like, my friend, like, he's been gone since 14. Do you know what I mean? And, like, if I'm just with him,
Yeah.
or I'm with, like, around a bunch of, like, footballers, they're doing their thing, what am I going to do? I'm just going to be chilling. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be just chilling with it. Okay, if there's a motive or there's something like, let's go and get food and whatever, I'm there. But I'm still going to be grafting on my thing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it motivates me to see my friends doing well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's healthy. It's not even competition. It's just like, it's nice for me. Like, I see, like, there's so much money in this world that everybody can win. Do you get me? So I just seen like, yo, you're doing well, man. I like that. Like, so you get me? Like, my friend had a CLA.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I want a CLA because this is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, I got that. But I saw it from him and that motivated me as well. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like now it's a different type of motivation. It's not even like, because you got that, I want this, or, do you know what I mean? It's more like, I just want to, keep reaching new levels for my daughter, for my family. And also, I want to put people on. It's not, do you know what I mean? I just don't want to just, okay, make so much money and not put people on. I want to create businesses where now people got jobs, people can do this, and do you know what I mean? Like, I want to really do so much. And that's what I think people don't realize. Like, I've lost a lot of friends because they might think that I'm like this or like that, but it's more the fact that I don't take no shit anymore, man. Like,
Give us an example when you say I've lost a lot of friends. Like, what make you lose these friends? Like, do they expect something from you? Do they feel entitled?
It's not even that,
Or is it time?
It's time. Yeah, I can't give people too much time. I'm on the journey. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, I've gave people time. Like, that's a good thing that you've said. I've gave so many people time, and nothing's worked out for me.
What do you mean? Like, you feel like it's just you giving, but you're not getting anything
Not
back?
receiving anything, but you waste a lot of time because that time you could have been building on yourself. You could have been on the next step. Because I remember I've supported so many people, and now support doesn't just come with, buy my products or this. It comes with your time. You know what I mean? Like, someone listening to your problems, all these things. That's how I see support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you're good friends with people, like, you need to have that. You can't just be the same person. Like, oh, I'm the one that's always giving, because before you know it, like, something might happen. You're not even friends anymore. Now you've lost all that time of giving, and you're not even focused on yourself.
True.
You know what I mean? So, I'd say definitely give the energy to people that are giving you the same energy back.
Yeah, that's extremely important. Like,
Because time is important. For me, like, time is currency at the end of the day. And I feel like friends, sounds really bad because how you think in the sense of friendships, I'm quite similar. I see it like friends, you can always find friends, yeah? But time is something you can never get back.
Never.
So whenever you make a friendship is exactly like a relationship. The only thing different is there's not a physical attraction to that person. That's the only difference.
100.
But you still have to put the same way you may text your girl, or just checking on you, hope you're okay. Same thing you do with your friends. You may have to link up. But the more you kind of give that time away, and let's just say, as you just said, it may not be reciprocated in the same way that you would want to receive it, or they're not understanding, or some people don't understand the importance of your own time. It's just like, then it starts to become a thing where, actually, you know what, it's best that you stay over here, let me stay over here, and whenever it's meant to work out, or if it's meant to work out, then it is.
It's gonna happen, yeah, 100%. And you said a key point there, like, it's like being in a relationship, man. With, like, if you have a girl, like you said, it's a different type of relationship. But if you got a friend, it's a different type of relationship. But it's the same thing. Like, if you have a business partner, you have to communicate. You have to talk. How do you feel about this? And do you know what I mean? It's all the same. And
even like, sorry if I stop you one second. Even with a business partner, you have to make sure you communicate and it remains just between you two and not influenced by any other. Because if it get influenced by any other, it gets fucked. Because one can actually hold something inside of them without saying anything, but in their mind they feel like, oh, why is it me and you, but you're listening to someone else?
Bro, that's what happened with me, man. At vehicle rapping, at my vehicle rapping business, like, you know, I kept stuff personally, like, all right, speak to me, communicate, tell me how you feel, what's going on. And he was getting influenced by so many people. The money was starting to, like, you know, get to him, I guess, because it was more like, you know, we had investors coming in. You know, in the first year we had like 5 to 10 investors wanting to invest in the business.
Okay.
And you know, my business partner saw that and was like, we need to get involved. Like, no, because investors, they also come with problems. You know what I mean? They want to make money. You know what I mean? So right now we're chill, we're growing, we're gonna get to that next level. Maybe give it like 3 years. We might be at a level where, like, now it's not 10, 20K that they invest in. It's more like 100, 150. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't try and eat the pie yet, man. Like, be patient. Do you know what I'm saying?
So
And that was the different type of mindset. So also going back to business partner, you gotta be able to be on the same goal, same journey. Do you know what I mean? And you're gonna work so much better. So now, like, when I do business, it's like, you know, with someone, it's like we've got to think the same. We've got to want the same goal.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't think like that, like, it's gonna bite you in the bum later on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
100%.
because I strongly believe in the sense where it comes to, like, honesty and straightforwardness. Because just like with me and Thomas, like how we are, one thing what we always bond on, we're very cutthroat. Like, if he has an issue with me, he'll just say it how it is, if that makes sense. If I have an issue with him, I'm like, oh, bro, you did that, you know, where some people can't take the honesty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, some
So
people can't take
I
it.
feel like once you build that kind of foundation, then it may not fix everything, but allows things to be easier, and it allows things not to be pressurized.
Yeah.
So, like, alongside the rapping, I know that did you go into trading straight away? One thing I'm interested in, and I think, like, I remember you touched on it before when we met up, and you were saying the time when your ex-partner, and she was saying, get a 9 to 5. And in order to kind of build up the capital again, what did you go into in order to build that capital?
So it's funny though, because, like, it was basically drop shipping, innit? But I did drop shipping. I deeped it when I was like 13, but not online. Like, I knew about AliExpress, I knew about Alibaba, I knew about these other sites and whatever. But what I used to do is I used to buy the products, right? I didn't know about drop shipping like that. If I did, I would have killed it, because what I used to do was I used to buy the products, build capital, buy the products. When it arrives, start marketing on Facebook, right? But, like, with actual pictures and whatever. And people would be buying, like, yo, I want that white teeth whitening. Bro, I couldn't do that teeth whitening. Running mask.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Oh, yeah.
Remember them
oxygen.
masks?
Yeah.
Bro, if I go on my Facebook, you'll see I had them oxygen masks. I had bears. My mom was thinking, what's going on? Like, I had loads of them, selling them. But the thing is, it was like, I never thought of it in a way where just drop ship it. I don't even think there was a thing like... Maybe there was, I don't know. But, like... I deeped. I was like, nah, it's crazy. I used to do so much work when, if I just did it online, it would have just been, and I didn't have to make money in order to invest in something, because now you don't have to drop ship with money.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can drop ship with no money and make money. But yeah. So basically, so it has to go from the top, innit? 'Cause it won't make sense.
I get you.
So obviously, I'll make it quick. So I had to close down my vehicle wrapping business. COVID hit hard. I was having a baby at the time. I didn't really know what the hell was going on. So now I'm back in Birmingham, and my daughter's born, and I got no income coming in. Obviously stopped my clothing because I didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, what do I do? Right. So funny enough, like, I started learning how to trade, but the reason why I learned how to trade, because the December before lockdown, I wrapped someone's car, and he was a trader. So he was like 20, came in looking like dripped out, in designer. Not that made a difference about anything, but it's the fact that he was 20, he's got a sports car,
Yeah.
he wants it wrapped, and he's drove 4 hours away to come here, and he's drippy. So what are you doing that I'm not doing?
Yeah, it didn't make sense to you.
Do you know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense. So I was thinking, I need to know what you do, man, because I work too much. I work Monday to Sunday, bro. And I'm dealing with stress, man. Like, you tell me what's going on. So he told me, like, he does rapping, trading in it. So I was like, okay, cool. Even though I already knew about trading, do you know what I mean? I had courses in my emails. Do you know what I mean? But I just didn't, like I was saying to you the other day, like, it's like, for us black people, like, we want to see to believe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my parents. They want to see to believe. Like, my mom, yeah, like, when I was learning how to trade and whatever, go and get a job, what's going on? Like, you're not doing it. Bro, he's killing me. She used to kill me off, like, and funny enough, like, now, she don't even say anything. Do you know what I mean? Because like, I've helped her out with things, and I'm doing this and doing that. And like, it's a bigger picture in it. Like, I want to retire her. I want to do so much. So, like, the little things that she sees that I'm doing now, she knows, okay, cool, that thing must be working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so lockdown happened. I started learning how to trade and whatever. And then, like, you know, I was like losing money.
Yeah, because I was about to ask you, yeah, because I have a friend who's developing a bot to trade, and basically he told me 99% of retail traders lose their money.
Yeah.
So 99% is actually an extreme number.
It's maybe not 99.
I'm not too sure
Maybe-
about the figure, but it's in the 90s anyway.
It's like 95% lose their money. 5% literally make money. 90%.
That's what I'm saying. And most of it is institutional investors.
So you're saying you're part of that 5%?
Have to be, man. I had to be, man. Like, there's no way. Like, I grafted. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. The only reason why people are losing money, because it's not like, it's like, you have to manage your risk. You have to have money management.
Yeah.
You have to be patient, and you have to also know the skill. If you don't, then you're not gonna make money. Do you know what I mean? If one thing will F you up. Everything has to be aligned.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you to make money. And you have to follow a system that works. Do you know what I mean? Your risk to reward is so important in trading, and that's what people don't understand. So I could, for example, my risk to reward, let's say it's 1 to 6, right? So I gotta lose. So let's say I win a trade, right?
Yeah.
And I win £600, and I was risking £100 to win £600. Now I'm up £600. Now my next trade is now 1 to 6 again, but I lose the trade. Now I'm still £500 in profit.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I get
And
you.
that's the risk to rewards, because I have to lose now 6 times a trade to go back to where I started. So when you're thinking about it in that way, okay, cool. You know, my risk to rewards needs to be this. Even if it's 1 to 3, you're giving yourself, okay, you know, space.
So how do you decide when to stop then? During the day?
When to stop.
Do you trade 24 hours?
You know what? I have different ways of trading. So I can scalp, I can swing trade, I can intraday, like I can, because I had to learn it all, man. And it's the same thing with like, in like, when we're talking about like, wow, what keeps you motivated? Where do you want to go? It's like, you have to learn everything. Do you know what I mean? If I'm gonna be in this game, I have to learn how to do all these things.
Okay.
And like, it was trial and error as well. Like, okay, I was like scalping 1 minute, like, boom, 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 lose money, make money, lose money. But I was like, yo, I'm making so much more money than I'm losing, because I'm like just getting in and out. Like, do you know what I mean? I used to literally call it ATM, because I used to literally be like, boom.
That's
money,
when you know you're just
boom.
making money.
Do you know what I mean? But the thing is about that, it's very stressful, because it's like you're always like, your mind's always like, what's next? What's the structure? Like you're fast with it.
Yeah.
Then I had to slow that down a bit. I was like, okay, cool. Then I was like doing more swing trading and that. But now I have the ability to do it all. Do you know what I mean? But you have to stick with one that obviously works. But like for me, because I'm so about Like, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm there. Like,
Yeah.
so like sometimes I can hold a trade for like a week or more, whatever, depending on the structure and stuff, and just let it play out. Or some days it's like, okay, cool. All right, cool. I've got out to trade. Quick 1 minute strategy. In and out, in and out, in and out.
So what, you do it all manual?
He has to have the stomach for it, though. I'll give you that. You got the stomach for it. Because not even going to touch on, like, figures or whatnot, but I remember when we met up, he showed me a trade that he was doing. And I was thinking, okay, like, so how does that work? Let's just say it was a negative. Yeah, and I was thinking, how does this work? I think, probably 5-6 hours later? Or was it the next day later?
It was a couple hours later.
Yeah, couple hours later, drops me a message with a screenshot of where it went. And I was thinking, what the hell? But that made me realize, like, as much as, let's just say, the education system's there and whatnot and stuff are put into place, but that's what made me realize sometimes we're really taught the wrong stuff, because how I was able to just witness him earn X amount of money just from one thing in the space of a few hours, and not as I said, not touching on figures, it wasn't small money either. It's just like, wow, that's crazy. Makes me feel like I'm doing the wrong thing.
You know what? I think, trading is a good business, but it's tough.
It's not easy.
And it's mentally, you really need to be
Bro, it's all psychology.
focused to do it.
Because remember when I showed you the trade? I was so chill, fam.
Yeah, he was relaxed as well.
I was saying to him, like, bro,
He was relaxed.
I've seen this so many times, man. Like, I trust what I'm doing. Like, it's going to go back.
Yeah, plus probably the strategy, because my friend I was talking about, what he does, so he has a bot, and the bot places, like, say in 1 minute, say 20 trades. What happens is maybe 20 will lose, more, say 60 will lose, but the 40 that win make more profit. So the
Risk
difference,
and reward.
difference that he makes, it's profit.
This is what I'm saying.
But I wouldn't be able to do it because I'll be obsessed with it, looking at it, and that's just how I would lose money.
But this is the thing, though. Like, with his bot, you just let the bot do his thing, though.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, you just let the bot. And that's what I'm trying to work on now. Like,
Okay, fair
a
enough.
bot where, okay, that's going to be just passive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just making money,
Yeah.
and then you're just doing your own thing. But yeah, it's crazy, man, because I showed him the trade, and the reason why I sent you the screenshot, not to like be like this, but to show you, like, you have to be like so strong-minded. You have to have good psychology. And don't get me wrong, my psychology sometimes is not great because there's something that's happened, something stressed me out, all of this, and I will take hit in the market because I'm not focused properly. So, but like that's the reason why I showed you, because I was like, this trade is definitely gonna go up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just got to
relax, experience.
I just got to take. I just got to take the hit now. Not even take the hit, but just go through that stress. But I wasn't even stressed.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I'm happy to lose, because when you know you're happy to lose a certain amount.
Yeah. I mean, is it the fact as well that you know if I lose this money, it's not like it's over for me? So,
Yeah, you can make it back.
not even as that, but it's not like I'm not gonna eat tomorrow.
Yeah,
so it makes
yeah,
it
yeah.
comfortable for you actually to trade
Good
as
thing
well.
you said that, because don't trade with the money that it's your last money. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Don't trade with your last meal. At least build something up, man, and then start trading with something. If anyone wants to start trading, that's the best thing to best advice. Because I remember when I was learning to trade, obviously I had no money and stuff. But this is what you was asking me to say, and so I went and done drop shipping quickly. Now I've already got knowledge in drop shipping, so I was like, okay, all I need is a good product, man. So what I did was I got a product. I'm happy to share it because it's calm, because I don't sell it anymore.
Hey, all you drop shippers, like, now is the time to focus on it. This may be the product.
You know what? The thing is, it might still. I actually seen a website the other week. People still selling it. You know?
Really?
What product is it? no, you know why? Because I'm about to.
I'm gonna say anyway. I'm gonna say. So basically, I started selling this. It's called Starry Lights. So basically,
Okay.
so you know them lights that you put in your bedroom,
Yeah.
and the colors, like it's like you're in space and that,
yeah.
like stars and all of that. So I was like, yo, this is pretty lit. Okay, cool. So put it on, and literally I made like 4 to 10K, like rapid. in like the space of a week. I think it was a couple of days. I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
It was just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. So I'm thinking, what the hell? But before that, my girlfriend at the time was like, you need to go and get a 9 to 5, man. What's going on? Like, you lazy? You're, like, what's going on? You're a bum. And that. I'm like, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing something that, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm learning how to trade. And also, I'm trying to just recoup, man. I just closed down my business. I just bought out partners and all of this. Like, I'm going through it, man. Like, you need that reset, do you know what I mean? And it's mad, though, because, like, you got no time to reset, bro. Like, you got no time to feel down or...
Especially when you still got bills.
Especially when you still got bills, bro. And, like, entrepreneur is a great life, but when you start it out, like, it's definitely tricky. That's why I always say, when you're young, just hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I'm on this with my brother and sister all the time. And I don't care if they don't listen, but they're going to get to a certain age and be like, oh, snap, like, I should have listened. You know what I mean? And regardless if I have money or not, like, I'll still make them work. Do you know what I mean? Work for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, things aren't handed for free.
Very
like,
true.
I'm this way because I've had to keep... Do you know what I mean? Every single step of the way, I've had to just keep working. I lose this, I have to go again. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones. But yeah, that drop shipping really just made me, like, give me a little bit more of a breathing room. And then I just started trading again.
So in regards to trading, like wrapping things up, I know, but well, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You created like a platform now, in the sense of this is like a group where you teach other people to trade, or
Yeah. So basically, we've got a course where it's like teaching people how to trade and like do the right things instead of the wrong things. So when I was learning, I did a lot of the bad things, so I lost a lot of money. So it's basically just, you know, saving people losing money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're teaching you how to trade. We offer like one-to-one mentorship as well.
is it like beginner friendly? Like, let's just say if I was meant to sign up, for example, and I knew nothing about trading at all, is it beginner friendly enough for someone to kind of catch on and learn step by step of how to do?
100%. I feel like it's just so easy the way we've put it out, because even people have said to me like, yo, like, I get it, and they were making money within 2 weeks.
That's mad.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just following what the first couple bits that we've put.
Yeah.
And the thing is as well, like, I would always say, like, when it comes to trading, it comes down to who you are as an individual as well. Because you could be trading, right, and you think, oh my God, I'm up £2,000, and you're just letting it run and keep going. You could lose that money. And then now you're up £500 or 250, and now you close, but that trade went to 10k. Do you get me? It's a lot of psychological, you know, conditions where you have to really train your mind to be on that level. But we show the right strategy, the strategy that I use in order for you to get in the trade, whether it's 1 minute, whether it's 1 hour, 4 hours, so long, short, whatever. So we teach so much, man. We teach about psychology, risk to reward, patterns, because you need to know about your patterns, and, you know, market structure, Fibonacci. We speak about so much things.
Yeah.
But it's beginner friendly, so it's very easy to understand. You know, there's a few videos in there, just explaining. We showed like the right brokers to use and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a really like all-round course.
That's good.
What's
And
it
how?
called?
Oh, sorry. Go.
What's it called?
What's the course called?
Yeah.
T3 course.
How would
The
they
T3
find?
Academy.
How would they find you? Like, is there Instagram for it or whatnot? Like, feel free to shout it out.
Yeah, so the Instagram is T3 Trade Time Travel, and you know, everything's on there really.
Yeah.
There's things on my personal page as well, but yeah, everything's on there. We have a Telegram as well, but you can get through the Telegram.
Once you purchase the course.
Not even necessarily once you purchase the course, because we offer free stuff as well. So
Yeah.
we've got a free Telegram where sometimes we send signals in there, sometimes we send like, you know, updates and like news events, or this is the trade we're going in, and this is the reason why we're going into the trade. So it's a lot of educational as well. So we want to give things back for free as well. But everyone can find that through the T3 Trade Time Travel.
But nah, I respect it. But nah, thank you like for coming on, man. Like
That is cool.
it's sick to kind of hear your story, for the listeners to hear your story, because at the end of the day I feel like, especially at the age that we're in, like as soon as you touch your 20s, it's like I feel like it's a mixed bag, because you want to make it so bad that you'll do anything, but then at the same time you have the other half of people that want to make it so bad, like so much, but they don't want to do nothing. They just want the end goal, but they don't want to put in the work. So getting someone to kind of, instead of seeing the finished product, like let's just say I didn't know you, I'm seeing CLA, I'm seeing flipping feeling pieces, Off-White and whatnot. I'm just seeing the end product. I'll be thinking, oh yeah, this guy dresses nice, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not seeing everything that you've had to do up until the point in order to reach there. Everything that you're continuing to do, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, no,
for me, it's like, appreciate it for coming on, for actually sharing, like, look, being an entrepreneur isn't easy. Yes, it's rewarding, but at the same time you still need to put in the work.
So much work, man.
But nah, it's been Get Back season. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Just watch the space. Come link us back next week for another episode. But yeah, take care, man.
This is Get Back Season, baby.